Bonjour mes amis, hi guys. Universal Genève has been back in the news recently with the acquisition of the brand by Breitling. The brand is not at all dormant. Well, it is going slow perhaps, but it has been producing again watches since the mid-90s, and we have a couple of models of the most recent production. Well, I guess this one a bit more recent. This one, I think mid-90s, maybe early 2000s. And not long ago, I showed on my Instagram page some of the latest releases, and I suppose some of them will be taken away from the market, but maybe if you don't want to wait to see what comes out of this acquisition by Breitling of the brand, you can still pick up some of these watches. A lot of chronographs, usually based on Valjoux 7750. And I have a couple of watches here, very interesting. So I've already done a video about this one, the reference 888.100, 888, a very lucky number in China and Hong Kong. You will note. So you can see the full video in the description. So what it is a Master Tech, I think, Master Tech rattrapante, so it's split-second chronograph with beautiful silver tones and a power reserve. So different usages have been made of the Valjoux 7750 base. Let's see this power reserve as I'm talking. As you know, Richard Habring had added split-second function for IWC. Then he took it to himself afterwards when he went on his own, I believe. I think Paul Pico also modified some 7750s. Not sure who did this, but it does have a bit of the same layout as some of the Paul Pico watches from the same era, you know, mid-90s, early 2000s. This one really beautiful, and each model is only 500 were made in steel, 100 in gold, were numbered and with the number on the dial. It's just hiding on this one. And you have an extra button here for the split second, very discreetly, very nicely made. And as you can see, the case has really beautiful shapes, and it has those twisted lugs which originated on the Paul router back in the 50s, I think, early 50s, designed by Gerald Genta, yes, the young Gerald Genta for Universal Genève, and before they were adopted by Omega, which is the most famous brand now to use those twisted type of lugs. But there you go, this is part of the DNA of Universal Genève before it was adopted by Omega. So if you're wondering, this is not stolen ID. I'm not saying that this was the first brand to have these, maybe not, but there you go, a bit of Gerald Genta into this watch. The bracelet does betray a bit the age. If you remove the bracelet, you have a really clean watch. Still, and so power reserve indication about 45 hours, as you can see. And if I kick in the chronograph, I'll show you the split second function once again. Full review on a different video, and you can unsplit it. There you go. Stop, and the reset. And I'm gonna say everything is pretty smooth, and you can have a glimpse of the movement. I think it's a 7756 debauche. That would be the base for this Master Tech 888-100. Very difficult to find, and this one is in pretty much new old stock condition. full set is available at the Backwatch department. I'm not working for Backwatch department. I just borrow watches to make interesting videos, discover for myself, for my own pleasure, watches that are uncovered from the past, sometimes by Backwatch department. But if you want to buy this one, it's available. You can go to the description for a link to purchase this. I think it's extremely affordable. Imagine if any brand was coming up again with a split-second chronograph in this day and age, you would pay quite a lot more than what is being asked. We're talking about the $4,000 kind of a price point for one of these. I think very much worth it for $4,000 to $5,000. These come up sometimes for auctions. And they do a fine job, you know, dolphin hands, and yeah, this is classic Geneva watchmaking, you know. It is, yes, it's very different from what UG is known for by the aficionados of the brands, the tri-compacts, chronographs, dress watches in particular, and that's what people hope to see again from the brand. Probably the pole router, more simple time-only watch will be the first thing that George Kern will bring back under the Breitling ownership. Now, the second watch here is a bit larger. The first one is just under 40 millimeter, 39 and a half, and while it is 14 millimeter in height, I think the slimness of the case hides this size very, very well, so it wears very, very easy. A bit more imposing on the wrist, and a bit thicker, with a larger straight flank case, satinated. Is this certified chronometer, so a chronograph and a chronometer, meaning it runs guaranteed -4+6 every day in 5 different positions, adjusted with a beautiful blue dial. This one is, I think, an Okeanos is the line of watches. They do many different type of dials, cool dials. This one, of course, has the full calendar, moon phase, day. You have a 24-hour indication, running seconds. Bit of a guilloche pattern to the dial, as you can see, actually. Look at that. Probably done with a CNC machine, and you have the radial date. Blue, a bit of red touches, very, very fetching. It's a harder press, I have to say, than the other one. And at the back, you can see the movement. Again, I think value-based. Reference 899124 for this one. In yeah, brand new condition, available again at the Backwatch department. You can check the pricing in the description, and it comes with a nice, yeah, very nice quality leather strap. If it looks slightly worn, it's because it was for a long time around a pouch, that's all. But there you go, everything is still untouched there on the buckle, and you have the tags with it. So yeah, maybe something interesting for you. It's 42 millimeters, and I can show you on my wrist. By the way, today I'm wearing Datejust 2, one of my favorite Rolex watches. So this is what the first watch looks like on the wrist. Maybe I get a bit more perspective for this. There you go. Very easy, easy to wear. Very cool watch, very good look. I gotta say, I like it a lot. Big fan, and looks good on the strap as well. And the larger watch, still under 50 millimeters from lug to lug. I think it's 48.5, so still wears actually very, very easy. If you can wear Tudor Black Bay no problem wearing this. I think it wears actually a bit smaller than that with shorter lugs. Yeah, the lugs of the Black Bay make it wear much bigger than it really is. This one, no problem. And yeah, very cool dial with a bit of guilloche to it. Oh, there you go, Universal Genève, Universal Geneve. If you don't want to wait probably a couple of years before seeing the first time-only models of the renewal, and maybe 4 years before we see a chronograph, and who knows what kind of chronograph it will be. Maybe it will be much thicker. I think that this is a really pretty cool and very affordable watches. So there you go, maybe grab one of these. Thank you to Backwatch Department for letting me presenting those watches to you from their stock of watches for sale right now. Bye bye guys.